Everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. Are the nerves settling in because the Blitzboks will begin their Olympic campaign in less than 10 minutes when they face Ireland, who finished second in the World Series, and a group of death for the Blitzboks, really. Ireland, New Zealand, South Africa, Japan, all in the same group. If you look at, for example, Japan don't play on the World Circuit or didn't have a team really enough to be on the table. But Argentina winning the series, Ireland coming second, New Zealand coming third. So two of the top three teams in the world in the same pool as the Blitzboks. Although having said that, I think it is a little bit of a misnomer really looking at the series, because you've got a Fiji and a South Africa down in sixth and seventh. A USA, for example, down in ninth, and France down in fifth. And I believe that all those sides are actually potential sort of top sides. And I think it's been a very interesting, weird World Series. Obviously, far fewer events than usual, just the 7 series titles. But for the Blitzboks, it was pretty awful of a series. But you look at the team, for example, and there are some top quality players in this Blitzboks side. And if they pitch up, no reason that they can't genuinely go all the way and potentially medal. I do think they are still one of our better medal chances, but they're going to have to start playing like the Blitzboks of old, not like the Blitzboks of the last 12 months. Because we first won the Dubai sevens, and after that we didn't get a top 3 for the rest of the season. So not really good enough, to be perfectly honest. But let's see what the team can do, and let's have a look at the team that it is. So starting for the Blitzboks, it is Christy Koppeler, Ryan Oosthuizen, Zane Davis, Kuan Nokia, Tristan Lates, Selvin Davids, and Shilton van Wyk. Very, very good side. Off the bench, the likes of Impy Visser, Tian Pretorius, Sean Williams, Roscoe Beckman, and former captain Savira Sawyer Zwapi. So it's a good 7 sides, a good squad. And I think it's hopefully going to be a case of back to normal proceeding. This for me is the big game. Is Ireland? Yes, they finished slightly above New Zealand on the standings by about 9 points, I think, or 11 points it was. New Zealand had a bit of a late surge winning the last 2 tournaments, so coming in with a very good form. And this was a while ago. The only thing that maybe might be actually counting for the Blitzboks is the fact that they had to go and play that Monaco repechage, which they did about a month ago. So they have played a bit more recently. So we'll hopefully be a little bit more sort of ready. Now, they've been very confident with regards to their preparations. They said they've had some very good training camps, that they are feeling very good ahead of the tournament, but they're going to have to put on a show tonight if they are to get through to the quarterfinals. In terms of how the quarterfinals work, interestingly, there are only 3 pools, which means that the top 2 teams will go through, and then the next best ranked 2 teams. So, we're currently in Pool A, so A1 and A2 will go through on the draw. And they'll be on different sides of the draw. So, for example, you've beaten Ireland and New Zealand, and whoever tops the other team that goes through will not be on our side of the draw. If we were to finish, for example, A1, we'd actually take on number 8. So it's a really big opportunity for us. If we were to top the group, for example, we'd actually technically have the easiest draw with regards to the 8th place team in the quarterfinals. Once you win a quarterfinal, you're 1 win away from a medal, and you get 2 opportunities added, because you then either play in the gold medal match or the bronze medal match. So it's a case of 2 wins. For me, I'd love to get 3 wins, go through to that quarterfinal, beat number 8, then whatever happens in that bronze medal. I mean, in that semi-final. You win that semi-final, you guarantee yourself a medal. I think this Blitzboks side should be in the top 4 teams in the world, and this is the opportunity to show it. They have changed a few things. They have changed coaches, for example, and this is another opportunity to show that they are still one of the best sides in and around sevens rugby. So Philip Snyman is the man in charge. It was not a good time for Ngcobo, who came through and took over the side, and things just didn't go well. Had the presence of mind to take a step back and say, no, he'd rather take a step back now, get somebody else in, let them sort of take over, than let things sort of get out of hand, really. And Philip Snyman came in and a bit better towards the end. I mean, we had those 2 awful tournaments where I think we went out in the first round, and then we finished with, I think it was 2 4th place finishes or 5th place finishes towards the end of the tournament. So it wasn't the best series, but then looked much better during that repechage where we did beat Great Britain in the final. So hopefully that is us turning a bit of turning a corner. But that's all very well. Doesn't matter. previous form means nothing coming into this Olympics, because this is where it will all count. That the last season, absolute disaster. Fresh start is the main thing, and there are people in this side who have got Commonwealth golds, who have been involved in the setup since when we won that Olympic bronze, for example. So it isn't a very experienced side, and a side that can definitely challenge for a medal. But we've got to start well, don't we? Zach was saying, how are you today? Very, very well. Everybody, it's up in the comments. Let me know what you think of the side. What are our chances? Having a look there at the sides that we've got. In terms of Ireland, for example, they'll be captained by Harry McNulty, player to watch. Other players, Mark Roach, Zach Ward, Jordan Conway, Hugo Keenan starting, by the way. Missed the series against the Springboks to go and play in the Olympics. Terry Kennedy and Niall Comerford over there. So it would be really nice to almost knock Hugo Keenan out the Olympics as a bit of a grudge match there against the Irish. Obviously, we know the rivalry that these two teams have in a 15s perspective. Not really been a rivalry in the sevens, because Ireland have not played sevens and been a sevens force for particularly long. So far more sort of heritage, I suppose, belonging to the Blitzboks, but Ireland very much the new kids on the blocks that are exciting and looking good. Cross-border record is going to be a draw, a 20-all draw. We have seen a draw. France earlier drawing to the USA. So that was quite an interesting result. We saw Argentina beating Kenya 31 points to 12. Australia beating Samoa 14 points to 21. France, USA finishing 12-12, and then Fiji, probably the most dominant so far, beating Uruguay 40 points to 12. The only sort of real runaway result so far. Maybe Argentina versus Kenya probably also as well considered a runaway result, because that was almost about a 20-point margin. So this is the first clash, by the way, in Pool A. After this will be New Zealand versus Japan. Kickoff for that is just over half an hour. And it'd be fantastic if Japan could do us a favor and beat New Zealand and really blow the group right open. But I like to do things where we don't have to rely on other teams. Go and get the 3 wins, you're into the quarterfinals, and you'll be in the top of the log, and you'll be facing number 8. So, yeah, a couple of South African fans over there in the crowd, a couple of Irish fans as well. It is looking like a much more full Stade de France than what we saw at the beginning of the day there. Apparently, all the days are sold out for the sevens, so lots and lots of fans packed in there, lots of Irish support there. All the jerseys back from the World Cup last year, and where they did taste World Cup heartbreak. Stade de France, we've got such a good history, don't we, in the stadium as South African rugby. We've won 2 World Cups in the stadium. Could we potentially then win a medal? Can we make Stade de France a bit of a home away from home? Can we make it almost like a theatre of dreams? Playing on our white kit, by the way, Sullivan David, smile on his face. He leads the side out. We've got these very fancy walkouts now, kind of like wrestling type of vibes, and lots of smiles. Has got the captaincy as Sullivan David. Sabio Suarez-Rapi removed as captain because of the injuries and stuff during the season. Hasn't really been able to play as much, and I think from a form perspective, they've just gone with Sullivan Davids, and you can see looking very, very comfortable. I can tell you one thing for free. This Blitzboks side medal, he'll be a big part of that. He'll probably be our big player to watch. He is the exciting one. He is the one that can create something out of nothing. And if this Blitzboks side do go all the way, I think that he will have played a massive, massive role in it. Yaku reckons my score is Blitzboks 20-12 for Ireland, as Harry McNulty leads out the Irish. Right, so if you're a 15s fan, watch out for number 8, Hugo Keenan, into the side. We've not actually done that. A lot of sides, Mark Nawaqanitawase playing for Australia, Anton Dupont playing for France, for example, Hugo Keenan going to the sevens in Ireland. We have not done that. We have not looked at any of the 15 players or any of the former sevens players to bring back to the sevens. So going with more sort of the sevens academy and sort of the tried and tested players. Whether it's a good or bad move, I don't know. I don't think you can really. This thing's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. First of all, you want players who've been playing sevens regularly, and it's a bit difficult to have these players. For example, look, this particular group haven't been fantastic. But players who've gotten you to the Olympics, and then you say, right, thank you very much, now we're going to drop you. I do think players like a JC Pretorius, for example, could have added a lot of value. I always thought that Siwe Nutler should never have walked away from sevens. He would have been a fantastic addition to this. Quacker Smith, for example, would have been a fantastic addition as well. Would have meant missing the Iron Series, for example, missing the Rugby Championship. So big decisions to make these days. It is a packed Stade de France. We have ball in hand, and Sullivan Davids will get things underway as he goes down he's looking to the right. I reckon we're probably going to the left, would be my guess. And does go down the right-hand side. Looks high in the air to try and contend with, and it's a good take out the air from Harry McNulty, the Irish captain, that's a nice tackle. Look at good work being done there by Christy Crobalon. Now Ireland get the ball out and almost break through a tackle. Defense is a big thing that the Blitzboks have been known for over the years, which hasn't been good enough this season. Let's see if they manage to fix that as Harry McNulty takes it into contact. Now working down the left-hand side here. Bit of a show and go before throwing a long pass out towards Hugo Keenan. Here is the man from the 15s. Big tackle on him coming from Ryan Oosthuizen and Christy Crobalon as well. And penalty conceded. No release is the call. Christy Crobalon not impressed with that call. I thought actually Hugo Keenan might have fallen the wrong way there. Decision not coming the way there. Big hit there, you can see, and then bang. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, he wasn't even part of the tackle. I think that's a very harsh call, actually, Christy Crobalon. Ryan Oosthuizen was the man that completed the tackle, and Christy Crobalon then jumped onto him afterwards. So, bit frustrating early on. Vic saying Angela Davis should be playing sevens. Yeah, another good player who's moved to the 15s. I think Bernard Cock, for example, will be somebody who will be massively useful back to for the sevens. But let's see, shall we? Ireland at the line out there. McNulty, the obvious jumper here. Goes to the top. It is to McNulty. It's well worked. Now down the right-hand side. No, back to the left-hand side. Goes Hugo Keenan. Bit of numbers overlap here. Needs to scramble here. Now comes back inside. Does Zach Ward. Christy Crobalon making the tackle. Ball available there for... I think Zach Ward is operating at scrum half there. Now on the right-hand side. Kennedy. Kennedy almost... That's a huge tackle coming from... I think it's Kieran Nokia who made it. Good work there. Now back down the left-hand side. Hugo Keenan. Not making too much meters here. Ireland needs to make the tackle. That is Christy Crobalon. He does do it. Sullivan Davis over that ball. But misses his chance. Pick up and go. Slips the one tackle, looking for options. Eventually brought down is Zach Ward by Sullivan Davids. Progressing here, Iron Hugo Keenan comes in at scrum, half down the right-hand side, they go. This is Jordan Conroy. Tristan Lates, by the way, is onto the part, is starting as well. A player who I think has got potential, but I worry a little bit about his defence in the 7th circuit so far, from what I've seen. Good tackle there for Sullivan Davids. Good possession this, though, from Ireland. Lots of pressure here on the Blitzboks. Now the kick in behind. Sullivan Davids was after this. I think Sullivan Davids not really going to have the pace. Is the ball going to stay in? It's just going to run out. Very, very close there. I'll tell you what, they'll be stressing that Terry Kennedy had the pace on the Blitzboks players. The ball winning the race in the end. Fractions. I mean, half a meter in, and he scores that try. So a bit of a wake-up call there. But more to the point, an extended part of pressure that we have withstood there. 3 minutes of possession that for Ireland, basically, and no points. So good work in the end. And you're going to go all the way back to where it was kicked from on the team line. It will be a Blitzboks scrum. An opportunity now for us to launch our own attack. Right, big scrum, yeah. Sullivan Davids will feed. Ball available for him as well. What side's he going to go? He wants to, I think he's got Tristan Lates on the right-hand side. And a change of walks. Can't get the freaking ball out. Sloppy. Stuff like that really pisses me off. Ball was available. Sullivan Davids was so busy looking at options, for example. And he's been timed out here. Ball is available there. Get it out. Then they try to hook it in. Then he still hasn't taken it out. And turnover ball. That is just, I mean, for somebody of his experience and the captain as well, it is ludicrous to be conceding a ball like that. Big celebration there from the Irish, and you can just see the frustration from Christy Crobalon around those days, and they had the scrum sorted. And Sullivan Davids, I don't know why he's taking so long to get that ball out. Now, see Ireland, straight to the back and off they go. Yeah, here's Hugo Keenan. Down the left-hand side, go Ireland. Now they look to change the angle because they didn't really have the numbers. Need a shift here to the Blitzboks. Building from deep. Good tackle that from Zane Davis. All the experience on the opposite number there, Mark Roach. Ball available for Hugo Keenan down the left-hand side. Ireland goes. Still inside their own half. Keenan now. That's a really good tackle coming in from Ryan Oosthuizen because there's a big overlap on him and he's bought a bit of time for the defense to scramble. Terry Kennedy throws it back inside. Now a bit of space. Doing really well to protect the ball here, Ireland. 5 minutes played already and no score on the board. Ireland have done all the attacking. Surely it's going to be crawling. Back down the right-hand side. Ireland with a bit of numbers. Blitzboks need to scramble a little bit here. Terry Kennedy. Pick up and go, almost getting away from him. Eventually brought down by Christy Krobler. Up towards the 22. Ireland now. They've got numbers on the left-hand side. Long pass out wide. Going to have to scramble here. Comes back inside. Kristen Lates misses the tackle. And they're over. I've told you so many times. I don't understand how Kristen Lates gets into this side. It blows my mind. It really does. We're going to have a check here to see. But Ireland are potentially over here. He cannot tackle. I don't understand it. You know, we're looking at a side that have made a name for themselves the last few years under... Look here, under Neil Parr as one of the best defensive sides. I mean, pick somebody who cannot tackle. Desperate tackle. He's lost the ball forward. Thank the freaking Pope. And we're hanging on here. And they've literally attacked us for almost 6 solid minutes. Sullivan Dave's not getting the ball back up. Tristan Nate slipping the tackle. Desperate tackle that was from Ryan Oosted. And shouldn't have even had to have made it. And thankfully, knocked on in the process. And just over a minute left on the clock. We will have our own scrum on a 5-meter scrum. Sullivan Davis hopefully learns his lesson. We'll use this nice and quickly. So you're saying he's good in attack, just like Marnie. Yeah, but Marnie knows how to tackle. At least, you know. I think he'd actually be a very good sevens player. We were actually one of the live streams. We were actually talking about 50s players, which would make great sevens players. I think Marnie Liebach would make a tremendous sevens player. I think Damien Willemse would tear shit up if he played sevens. We all know what Colby's done. Curtly Lawrence, the same thing. They're from the 7 circuit. Tristan Late's in there at scrum off, by the way. Sullivan Davis decides to go to the boot. So playing a territorial game there. And I think basically just sort of saying, right, we'll take a scoreless first half. Good defense that, though. Tristan Late's now trying to rip the ball in the tackle. Down the right-hand side, there is a man advantage. They don't actually try to use a bit silly that from Kennedy. Now here they are trying to use the man advantage on the right-hand side. Ball back inside. And there is the overlap. As the siren goes. Ireland still in the attack. We had the ball for about 2 seconds, by the way, when Sullivan Davis kicked it. That is the only time we've had any sort of possession. Now on the left-hand side goes Conroy. I think we'd be very lucky if we were to go into half-time scoreless. But Hugo Keenan gets brought down inside the 22. Christian Krobler has put in a big defensive shift so far. Kennedy, Ryan Oosthuizen and Christian Krobler have got through a lot of work defensively. They're complaining about not getting anything at the breakdown. And slips off the tackle of Justin Lates, who eventually brings him down. And got the offload away and Ireland into the corner. Well, you can't not have the ball for 7.5 minutes and expect to freaking ever score a try and not concede. You cannot defend for 7 minutes, guys. This is absolutely childish. And another poor effort from Tristan Lates in defense. I mean, this is the most energy-sapping game almost in the world, arguably, especially in the format. And we're just content to just defend for 7 minutes. Thankfully, it's right in the corner, so conversion is unlikely, but that is a pretty awful half. I mean, look, I suppose, you know, the positive is from a defensive point of view, we hold them out for 7 minutes by not having the ball. But come on, guys. I mean, come on. And that's going to fall short, so it'll remain at 5-0 at half-time. Not out of it. I mean, no need to panic, but I mean, a pretty poor first half, and an opportunity for Philip Sneyman to hopefully give him the hairdryer treatment. We got away with that. I mean, the kick from Kennedy, if that holds up a little bit, he scores. If Conor doesn't knock it on, he scores. So, yeah, I mean, we could have been 3 tries down. So it is a group stage. So we've got 3 group games. This, New Zealand, and then Japan tomorrow. So Japan could, I mean, in theory, you can finish as the best placed 3rd. And we're looking at Tristan Lates, who's particularly going to get a yellow card for a head contact. We went up so high in that tackle. And if he gets a yellow card here, I'm done. I'm done, and I'm done, I'm done. There is foul play. Congratulations, Tristan Lates. You absolute... how did he get into the team? Yeah, penalty to start with. Good work that. Good work that from. I mean, this is borderline sabotage. He is indeed related to Dylan Lates. He is his brother. Unfortunately, not quite the same caliber. Well, now I think just the penalty. Thank goodness didn't get a card. Right, ready to get you going in the second half here. Need to score first. We are still a full contingent, thank goodness. Right, come on, let's get this going here, shall we? Not sure what the delay is. Oh, we got a countdown. 20 seconds left before we can get going again. Don't think there's been any changes yet from either side. That's really well taken out the air from Shilton van Beek. And we officially have more position than we had the entire first half, just 9 seconds into the second half. That's how bad it was. Right, Simon Davids, let him cook. Let him cook. Working hard on the tackles. Zane Davids securing the ball there. Tristan Lates coming in at scrum half. Back on the right-hand side. Now we go. Bowling from deep. Flat pass. And that's Kieran Norkier, one of the breakthrough players this past season. And we win a penalty. Shilton van Beek taking his time. Going to the line here are the Blitzboks, and it's not a bad touch line. I think it's just outside the 22. Yeah, but is where the assistant referee does settle. Attacking line out here for the Blitzboks. 6 minutes on the clock remaining in this game. A converted try will put us in the lead. So important, as I said, to score first, and hopefully to try and convert it as well, because Ireland can convert their try. Let's see what we're looking at. Sullivan Davids will feed the line out. Rhino says goes up. It's well worked. Not just in late now. Goes short. Big carry in the middle of the field there from Shilton van Beek. And Tristan Lates can't clean him, and it's a penalty for Ireland. I just, as I said, I can't understand it. I cannot understand it. Blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. CMC saying SA are not good enough to win the sevens, but I was hoping they could scrape their way out of the pool stage. Vic saying now 20 junior block wingers would be great to the sevens team. They've got speed and size to them. Elden says, for South Africans on here, is there any way to watch the game if you don't have DSTV? I could. Some of the Olympics is on SABC, but I don't know if this one is. It's a really good lineup working from Ryan Oosthuizen, and Sullivan David comes away with the ball. Now a bit of space. Puts the kick in behind. Who's going to get there first? Who's going to get there first? Oh, Tommy's hit the behind. Shilton van Beek has put it down. Kieran Norkier got there first, but I think he left it behind. I think this will be a knock-on. We're going to have a check, I think, here. The question is this knocked on by South Africa, knocked backwards by Ireland? Shilton van Beek has grounding, but I don't think it's going to be a try. Yeah, no try we knocked on. Big opportunity that. Big scrum that, and a bit of pressure that now for Ireland looking to run from inside their own try line. Nice tackle that. And off his feet is the call against Sean Williams, who's just come onto the park there. So replacement there. Please tell me that if you replaced Tristan Lates. Yeah, Tristan Lates out, Sean Williams in, and Impey Fisser on for Zane Davids. Meanwhile, Zach Ward has been replaced by Jack Kelly for Ireland, and Mark Roche has been replaced by Hugo Lennox. Need to find some points here, lads. Right, here comes Tian Pretorius. Right, looking to build from deep here, Ireland. Inside their own 22. Almost breaks through. It does break through to Kennedy. Has he got the pace? Brought down. Reeled in nicely. But Ireland on the front foot here. A big up and go here from McNulty. On the left-hand side, go Ireland. In fact, on the right-hand side, once again they go. They don't need to really force the issue yet, to be fair. They've got a 5-point lead. Now to the left. Long pass. Bit of numbers down the left-hand side here. Steps inside. Shilton and Vake. Good tackle that from Ryan Oosthuizen. The referee's going to check this on Ryan Oosthuizen. He looked a bit high. I think there's going to be a lot of mitigation that from the referee, so we could be in trouble here. So Ryan Oosthuizen could potentially be in trouble. I don't actually even think there's actually that bad contact, to be fair. All right, there's 5 players. Give me a penalty, yellow card. Lacquer boys spend a lot of money sending you to Paris to defend like absolute twits. Get a yellow card now. You'd think that my taxpayers' money is sent you there. Fuming. Fuming. Right, Ryan Oosthuizen goes to the bin. 3 minutes left on the clock, and Ireland with a 5-point lead will now defend against a 6-man Blitzboks side. Right, front of the, well, I was always in front of the line, but they go to the front of where the line can be. On the left-hand side, yeah. A long 1.5 minutes now to defend. Little like intercept try would be really nice. No, pick up and go, lift up the space. Comes back inside, goes Kennedy. Kennedy goes over. That will basically be the game. 2.5 minutes left. We'll have to score twice and convert to try and take that. And ill discipline and yeah, I want to try and believe these guys can do it. There's so much talent there. The players are there, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how you tank. How many years of Sevens success in a year? It's impressive, actually, to be honest. I mean, Ireland basically weren't playing Sevens if you go back 4 or 5 years, and now we look like a flippant tier 2 nation at times. Oh, it's a pretty dreadful conversion attempt. So it'll remain 10 points to 0. So 2 converted tries, or a converted try and a non-converted try will get us the victory, but we've got basically 2 minutes to try and do that, which is not a lot of time. We have to try and score off the kickoff. Yeah, 1.5 minutes left. of which 25 seconds of those we played without Ryan Oosthuizen, and almost losing the flipping kickoff there. That's Ria Suarez-Rapi, former captain, onto the park. Now Pretorius goes to Selvin Davids. Selvin Davids goes to, sorry, it's Roscoe Speckman. Now he goes to Selvin Davids. Selvin Davids pops it up to Roscoe Speckman. Space on the right hand side. Put your foot down here, boys. Kick and chase. Do something. Suarez-Rapi goes himself up to the 10-meter line. Got to score in the next 40 seconds, and he needs to be under the poles as well. Roscoe Speckman, the hot stepper, going around the park. Comes back inside. Bounces off one. He gets the offload away. Tian Pretorius. Tian Pretorius goes himself. Penalty for the Blitzboks. Quickly taking it from Sean Williams. To Roscoe Speckman. Roscoe Speckman. Looking for options. Goes Selvin Davids inside. Selvin Davids puts the hammer down. Selvin Davids just gets to it, just by the 22. Ball available there for Sean Williams. Suarez-Rapi rather. Big hit that from Impy Fisser. Inside the 22. Quick ball needed, chap. Tian Pretorius. Selvin Davids. Surely. Roscoe Speckman. Surely has got the pace to go around him. Ball back aside to Selvin Davids. Selvin Davids over 25 seconds to go. Got to take this quickly. And have kickoff. Right, so the problem is that we will kick off 2 items. We have to make this contestable. We will have a kickoff though. We'll be back to a full contingent. Important conversion, this, to be honest. Probably too late. The only thing that might be a big of an issue here is there a penalty here? No, there's no penalty. Looking to see if there's a penalty for diving on the player. But both players there before he goes over. Right, so conversion attempt to come. And that is not good. So we're going to kick off. We have to try and get this back. And it's not gone further enough, has it? No, so free kick. Right, well, boys, you want to do it the hard way? Do it the hard way. We're going to have to beat New Zealand and Japan because there's a free kick for Ireland on the halfway line. Of all things to do, to not let it go 10 speaks volumes of the kind of mistakes this team is making at the moment. Yeah, there probably is foul play. I mean, he steps back inside. The mitigation down to the red card was the change in angle. Final score, 10 points to 5. The Blitzboks go down in their first pool game. They will need to beat New Zealand and Japan if they were to guarantee going through, or else potentially finish as the best placed third. People will see a bit later. That kickoff was at 9:30, so a long way to go. Japan taking on New Zealand just after this, so